Welcome to the news. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this evening, court restrains APC from conducting Congress in Rivers State. Governor Fubara promised to pay new minimum wage. New Peng threatens industrial action over terrorism charge. NLC president on the scene that kills 9 migrants near river in Serbia and Bosnia. We will go for a quick commercial. When we do come back, the news in detail. Back, I am Kaladakuru Batabo. Now, the news in detail. A state high court in Port Harcourt has issued an ex parte order stopping the national leadership of the All Progressives Congress APC from conducting the ward, local government and state congresses on the 11th, 16th and 26th of October 2024. The order was granted in response to a suit filed by Peter Olku and Ajia Indidi Kuma. The order then indicated the Inspector General of Police, the Nigerian Police, and the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). The presiding judge, Justice Gordon Olo, also prohibited the defendant from organizing, supervising, or overseeing any elections to usher in new executives for the APC in Rivers State. The case was adjourned to the 9th of September for further hearing. The law to the claimants calling the case men after the proceedings.
We are happy that the court was convinced the argument we presented, and the court has, in very clear terms, restraining them from proceeding in the interim, pending when the court will be able to hear all the parties, take the motion for interlocutory injunction, and then the substantive matter. This order also specifically restrains them from purporting to suspend the executive committee because we are aware they have that in their plans. This judgment also restrains them from taking any step that will frustrate the executive committee in the performance of the official functions.
Moving on. The president of Ijaw National Congress, Benjamin Okaba, says it is disappointing that the presidency has allowed the minister of the FCT to challenge their leader and elder statesman, Edwin Clark. Professor Okaba said this while speaking with correspondent Soibi Uruwari. Professor Okaba said the Ijaw nation will not accept any harsh comment against its leader, adding that at the appropriate time it will respond to the minister of the FCT.
Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria could make such a disrespectful statement about a revered national leader, a man that has read more than him, a man that has all the experiences he has never acquired. I don't think it is good enough. It tells you the quality of leaders we have in this country. Leaders are not exemplary in their conduct. They don't actually display any quality that is worthy of emulation by even the younger ones. The IC will address that matter appropriately.
Also, an ex man and the former spokesman of Pandera called on the FCT minister to stop challenging power Edwin Clark on PT matters.
He didn't know how PDP was wrong. He didn't know how and when it's wrong. He was just a beneficiary of PDP. And for you to ask, I don't go for PDP. For you to listen, he has no benefit. So even question the integrity of Allah. What's on track? It's not the right. It's not the best for him. He would have remained silent than to challenge or a setback.
Mr. Sarabe said the PDP has shown that it is not ready to be a formidable opposition party.
That is even one of the reasons why Batlak shout, because PDP as a party is not doing what's right. They are not behaving like opposition, and they have not been able to sanction the erring party members. That's the problem with PDP. The problem there in Rivers State was UK. And so if a man has been destroying the party and nobody talks to him, then the party himself wants to be destroyed. It's very, very obvious because to start with, he openly worked against his party. And when the man works out against his party and he still wants to control the party and he still destroy the party in the state, then what is more than anti-party?
Recall that yesterday, the Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, during his media parley, said he does not know the contribution of Pa Edwin Clark to the PDP. In other news, Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has assured that the state will be among the first to pay the new minimum wage as soon as implementation modalities are released by the federal government. Governor Fubara said this through the secretary to the state government during the Rivers State Service Week.
The issue of the minimum wage. The NLC chairman has also told you the position of the government. As soon as the implementation modality for this new minimum wage is released, I want me to reassure you that Rivers State will be one of the first states to implement it. And I want to also use this opportunity to let you know that most of your requests, everything will be put before the government as soon as we leave here.
The governor said his administration now pays 2 billion naira monthly to offset the backlog of pension and gratuity to retired civil servants. Meanwhile, the Rivers State government has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Rainbow Heritage Group to develop a new Port Harcourt City or Newport City in Eleme local government area of the state. Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Dagogo Iboroma SAN, who represented the Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara during the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding, said the initiative is to develop 3 new cities out of the monolithic city status of the state. Some motorists have expressed worry over the rising cases of vehicle extortion in parts of Port Harcourt metropolis. Yesterday, at the popular oil mill market, some boys were seen forcefully demanding money from vehicles on traffic. A driver of a company-branded vehicle, Isaiah Eze, narrates how his side mirror was broken in the process.
Oil media, some group of boys, about 3 of them, they come by the side. Thank God, sir, I even locked the entire motor. So they tell me to wind up. Say, ma, give them something. I tell them, sir, I no get anything. No. For my present, they are the motor with my front. They try to collect money from the guy. Then say them the task force, say them they walk every Wednesday, put that guy side mirror, use and hit my own, break my own side mirror.
Another motorist also explained how she was held on Obirikwere flyover by unknown individuals amid ongoing construction of Port Harcourt Ring Road flyover at Rumusi, which has created inevitable situations of driving through the wrong direction. Some callers on Wazobia FM's program also shared similar experiences.
Illegal tax force in Port Harcourt. It is something else along my way, my one. So I think the local government chairman must do something. It's not everything you wait for the state government to do. They must identify them. Let us know the genuine ones and the ones that are fake. If you look at the road, these boys are operating less kilometers from the police. Police have their own checkpoint, they have their own point. All drivers cannot drive peacefully without being around.
They go around. People, when they offload their goods on the road, then they for their shop, they offload. They just target a particular set of persons and look that, okay, this one go fit pay on that person. Once they are here collecting money from persons, you see them, they wear the same uniform, they carry the same Range Rover pickup, and they collect money from people, harass people on the road. Your motor spread for road, you are trying to fix it. The next thing you go hear, they just come block you back and front. It's not fair.
The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwola, has retired from service. Justice Ariwola's retirement followed his attainment of 70 years. He was appointed substantive Chief Justice on the 27th of June 2022 following the resignation of Justice Tanko Muhammad. The most senior Supreme Court judge, Justice Kudirat Kekere Ekun, will now take over as the new CJN. We'll go for a quick commercial, but still to come, NUPENG threatens industrial action over terrorism charges against NLC president. To stay tuned. Thank you for staying tuned. Welcome back. And now, the rest of the newscast. The National Broadcasting Commission has secured a 10 billion naira grant for the expansion of digital television coverage. The NBC Director General, Charles Ebuebu, said this during a joint press conference in Abuja alongside the Executive Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission, Aminu Maida. Mr. Ebuebu said digital terrestrial television services have already been launched in 8 states and that this new phase will extend coverage to every corner of Nigeria using satellite technology. A former process coordinator of Port Harcourt Refinery, Tony Walia, says there are indications that the Port Harcourt Refinery may become operational next month. Recall that the federal government had several times postponed the date for the resumption of operation of the refinery. Speaking with correspondent Suibu Ruari, Mr. Walia said it is disappointing that NNPCL has again failed to make public the real reason for the delay.
If they have one operational problem arising from what is they are doing in the plant, that could affect the timing. But for some of us who have worked there and who have left the system, I'm a little bit disturbed or embarrassed by the inconsistency. The NNPC and their management today, tonight, next month is this. Engineering matters as something that is can actually know where you are at every given point. So if you want to give dates, you should be very, very actual of what you are saying. You should be sure of what you are saying before you dish out the date to the public for consumption.
He said the refinery has started receiving crude, adding that it is believed that the refinery is stockpiling the crude to avoid disruption when it becomes operational.
And having worked there, the process is very simple. I'm aware they have done cold circulation. I'm aware they're about routing product to storage until they came down. But the letters I got from an insider by this September, from what they said, they should be able to start giving out this product to the public, which means production could be going on quietly there. That's the system refinery. Before you start giving out product, you must have 1 or 2 or 3 tanks, have enough capacity so that you don't stop the circulation or the distribution of product. Another problem there is that before you start giving out product, you must have enough storage.
The technical advisor to the Senate Committee on Oil and Gas, host community Emene Tiena Beso, also spoke.
Port Harcourt Refinery was supposed to have an inaugural ceremony for the kickstarting of production at the Unit 5. But due to technical reasons, they just did a postponement, which in less than no time, they will have a new date that it will be given for the inauguration to take place so that they will start full production on the Unit 5, while they will move to Unit 4 for a formal EPC activities. EPC activities mean engineering, procurement, and construction on the Unit 5 has been completed. Each of the unit has engineering, procurement, and construction section.
The Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, has put its members on red alert and ready for industrial action should the police arrest the president of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Joe Ajaero. In a circular to all its branches and members, NUPENG's General Secretary Afolabi Olawale asked oil workers nationwide to be ready for action in case of any eventuality. Recall that the police on Monday invited Ajaero for questioning over allegations of criminal conspiracy, terrorism financing, treasonable felony, subversion, and cybercrime. Another commercial break. When we do come back, we'll take a look at the international scene. At least 9 people died after a boat carrying migrants capsized in the Drina River separating Serbia and Bosnia. Reports say several people are thought to be missing after the boat carrying around 24 migrants turned over near the border town of Jubovica in Serbia early on Thursday. A recap on the news this evening. You heard a state high court in Port Harcourt has restrained the APC from conducting its congresses in Rivers State. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has promised to pay the new minimum wage. New Peng has warned that it will go on strike if the president of the NLC, Joe Ajaero, is detained by the police. On the foreign scene, boat mishap has killed 9 migrants near a river in Serbia and Bosnia. The news was edited by Onyeka Chinwosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I am Kalada Kurubatwa. Good evening. Stay tuned.